voice.
Yeah, brother.
How y'all doing?
Whoops, what's your feet?
All last for last
That's
2 weeks.
railroad
I've had it.
sometimes.
Get that scratchy throat and try and cough up.
Yeah.
I've had
talking about from Breezy Tower, from Breezy? Yeah, I got that.
Go ahead and call the Tuesday, September 9th meeting of the Danville Public Works Committee to order. Roll call, please.
Chairman Mike Poor,
Present.
Vice Chairman Mike O'Kane,
Here.
Alderman Barry Johnson,
Present.
Tom Hightower, Jim Pichard,
Present.
Carolyn DeToy,
Present.
Ed Butler.
Here.
We have 6 present.
6 present, and let the minutes reflect Alderman Hightower is asked for permission not to be here tonight. Okay, moving on to item number 2, we have approval of the minutes. These will be from the August 12th meeting. If there are no corrections, need a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, item number 3, the approval of the agenda. There are no deletions from the agenda, so need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Moving on to item number 4. First, we have a public hearing for the petition to vacate an alley near Washington Street and Commercial Street for the petitioner, City of Danville, on behalf of the Untouchables Motorcycle Club. We'll open that public hearing up on that. Is there anyone here to speak on behalf? Logan? Dave?
Okay, so the vacation of right-of-way is on behalf of the Motorcycles Club. Director Rui has been working with them for several months now to essentially deed this right-of-way over to the Untouchables after improvements are made. Now, oftentimes, low-trafficked roadways or alleyways are not prioritized for maintenance due to cost. But in this instance, whenever we don't ever have to maintain it again, it becomes a priority. So that's the strategy here is the Untouchables Motorcycle Club has willfully accepted this right-of-way, and in turn, we have to vacate it.
We just will overlay, it's concrete there on the one.
So there was a project that was approved previously a couple months ago where we're also encompassing some other issues on the roads that's up at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Some drainage issues and stuff that we've already performed that work. We've been waiting to perform this work for all of the right-of-way vacation and stuff go through. So we haven't performed the work yet, but it's all in the drawings, which have been basically put in as part of the agreement. So that we are everyone's transparent back and forth, and we've worked with the motorcycle club with pretty good regularity, I guess, as we've worked through this. And so, anyway, that'll be good for us and good for them both. So,
Okay. Alderman Butler.
Yeah, now, that one that you want to vacate, that's the one that you're gonna improve the road.
So the one, yeah, so it's South Washington. It's the one commercial kind of heads straight in, and then they have their sign over the road that curves.
Yeah.
So we're not touching that. We've actually done some asphalt patching there in the past. We're not touching that. The one we're doing is the steeper road that goes down
Washington.
to the south, and so that one has been an issue. So just to give a little bit of backstory on some of our maintenance costs, our ongoing maintenance costs. This is obviously a motorcycle club. They have a very, very, very big and successful event every year for Father's Day. And so they have come every single year. This road's been in disrepair for a while.
Right.
They've come every single year and asked us to do maintenance on it prior to their big event. And the only maintenance we can really do to it at that time is typically, like a Durapatching, which is basically, we put down, we spray like hot tar, and then you put gravel over the top of it. Well, when you're a motorcycle club and you have motorcycles going up and down a really steep road, gravel's kind of dangerous for them and stuff. And so we've tried to do it earlier on so that gravel gets worked in and it looks more like a seal coat road. So that's really all a seal coat road with the traffic count is really all that warrants. And so, that doesn't really work well for them. They'd like to have an asphalt surface. So we worked it out with them to basically do that this one time, and then they're gonna take over the responsibilities of that area moving forward.
Yeah, so that road that's going down the street, are they gonna barricade it off, or they're gonna still use it though, aren't they?
So they're obviously, both of those roads really only serve their
Right.
their
yeah.
property there.
Yeah.
And so they are going to continue utilizing them as such. Not going to barricade them off, I don't believe. They have the right to do so if they so choose. I don't believe that that's their current intent. I think they're just going to put up some signage for now, and hopefully that that kind of helps with matters. But after this point, you know, we're basically going to maintain, and when we plow, we may plow past their sign a little bit to push it as the road curves, to kind of push it up in the corner and turn around, but that'll be about the extent of our maintenance in that area.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Jay.
Yeah.
Anyone here to speak against the vacation? Okay. Now we'll move on to regular audience comments.
I have Linda Kraft of Danville regarding traffic on Logan Street. So if you come to the podium, you'll have 3 minutes to speak.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
My
evening.
name is Linda Kraft, and please excuse me, I'm a little bit nervous. Not real good at this, but I'm here on behalf of Amare, who's, so, way back in the day, when I was 9 years old, a million years ago, there was a little girl that was riding her bicycle on Logan Street and was hit and killed. And at that point, the city intervened and said traffic is going too fast here, and they erected a stop sign. That stop sign happens to be in my front yard now because I live at 1518 North Logan. I have sat out there ever since I've lived there for 8 years now and watched cars just speed terribly down the road. At least once a week, I will see a car going 40, 50 miles an hour, maybe faster, who will just completely run the stop sign that doesn't even try to slow down. There are many others who try to stop, maybe tap on their brake and then just keep going, but they're still going at a high speed. There are other people that are very respectful of it, but there are far too many people that do not even pay attention to the fact that a little girl was killed there. So 11 days ago, my baby, my child, and some people may be able to relate to this, and other people may say, well, it was just a dog. But to me, it wasn't just a dog. It was as somebody had called and said, your child was just killed. And she was hit and killed by a hit and run driver who just hit her and kept on going and left her there in the middle of the street. So that has now motivated me to speak up and say that how many more people have to suffer because people are not paying attention to a sign that was erected legally to see if make sure that people will slow down. So I always come to places not just to complain, but to maybe offer a few of my suggestions, just absolutely suggestions. I've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Purr, and I've also had the wonderful opportunity to speak to Eve Ludwig. Both of them are my aldermen in that area, and we've discussed certain things. One of the things that I suggested, that apparently, because I'm not the mastermind of streets and things, I suggested maybe a speed bump. I lived in Chicago for a while, and that's what they did up there. They put up speed bumps. I hate speed bumps. Hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them. But they work. But I was told by the experts that that makes it very difficult to plow when it gets snow time out. So that may not be the best option. Then it was mentioned about a police presence there. Maybe used to be that there used to be police that were there to issue tickets. That slowed people down. That no longer exists. Then Mr. Purr mentioned that another possibility was that there's those signs that clock how fast you're going, and maybe that could be a small deterrent to just something. There are 3 little boys that live next to me, and they're 7, 4, and 3, and they play outside in the front yard a lot. And I actually have a sign of Amare out in my front yard, and one day I was out there, since this has happened 11 days ago, that I was fixing the sign. And one of the little boys, they were playing basketball, having a good time, and of course the basketball got away from them and rolled across Logan Street, going down Roselawn Street, and the older of the boys, 7, he ran across the street to get it. Well, there were no cars coming, thank goodness, but on his way back, there were, and he didn't stop to slow down. He was just on a roll, and he ran across. Now, fortunately, that car was being lawful and slowing down and paying attention, but what's going to happen the next time? I just would really like, one of the other suggestions that I had, I don't know, there's those little starry strips, for lack of a better official word for it, but the things that when you
Rumble
run,
strip.
Thank you. I knew there was an expert here to help me. That would, to me, might also be a possibility to kind of give people a heads up. Hey, slow down. This is an intersection that a little girl and my child have lost their lives. And so that's my little speech, and thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Ms. Gray. Just giving orientation, this is the 3-way stop at Roselawn and Logan. Then the other side, the west side, is Logan Terrace. So Roselawn, Logan Terrace, and then okay.
We have PJ Bourne regarding street change.
Yes, again, I come in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up shall be condemned. This is the heritage that we speak. So I'm here again because I live at a dead end, and I've been asking patiently, and I'll continue to ask patiently and use the freedom of speech to do so, for the street name to be changed because there's no one there. Dr. Harding had money, and it seems from me talking before that if you don't have money, you can't have your street changed. That's a form of discrimination. And God said he's getting ready to open up some things in Danville to expose some things that are not right, because Danville is double-minded. You have a white Danville and you have a black Danville. It should not be so. It should be just Danville for God's people and all the people that he has made in his image, which is everyone here. So he's getting ready to pull down some strongholds. He's getting ready to expose some things. He's getting ready to let some things take place that needs to be taking place. And so even though it looks like it's a street, it is really not about a street. I see it's more spiritual. The spirit of Leviathan got to come down. The spirit of separation got to come down. The spirit of discrimination got to come down. All these spirits that are hindering the work of God because of what you see and what you have, and that's the authority of taking over power according to Romans 13, and God is not pleased with that. So he's getting ready to expose the unexposed, and he's getting ready to show him forth in his power, because we're not doing and treating the saints or even the people of Danville correctly. I appreciate the young lady ahead of me. She had 3 minutes and went over, but she had to get a point across, because just like her dog is important and the child that passed before is important, so is the street that I want to be changed important. And I think we need to take all those things into consideration and stop looking at the color of our skin and look at the character of our contents, and let that be so. I thank God for being here. I thank God for my mayor. I appreciate my mayor. I appreciate the city of Danville. But Danville has got to stop being a hypocrite. Bottom line, it's got to stop being hypocrite and choosing to decide what you should do as far as what is right in your own personal belief or what you're saying. According to the laws that we've had, that has not been the case. I looked up the law for the street name that I choose, and the only thing that the city council has to do is say yes. And that has not taken place. So I will continue to do what thus says the Lord, and I will continue to give you the word, and I'll continue to fight for what is right, and I'll continue to stand up for what is right. And I hope that you all will continue to acknowledge that. If not, God will take care of that and all the laughter that is going on behind the back and all the gossip. And let's support the young lady, as she said about her dog. That means a lot. Your dog is just as human as some of us are. As a matter of fact, your dog probably had a little bit more humanistic abilities than some of us are. So I do apologize, and I'm praying for you as well. I'm also praying for my city, whom I love, and I'm praying for everyone on the board. But right is right, and wrong is wrong.
Thank you, Ms. Bourne.
Kayla White of the Vermillion Times.
Hello, my name is Kayla, and I am the founder and CEO of the Vermillion Times, a new media voice serving the people of Vermillion County. I'm here to speak about character and reputation and the difference between those two things. Character is who you are when you think no one is watching. You could work a lifetime to build an excellent reputation, and it's all for nothing if it doesn't match your character. Usually, the city council meetings I've come to, I know the larger full council meetings start with a prayer, usually a Christian prayer. And a lot of the council members and the officials like to use Bible verses to justify, and Bible verses to hurt, and Bible verses to shame. So I thought I would bring some Bible verses today. I attended Bible college. I was a missionary, and then I later converted to Islam, and I was a Muslim for 10 years. And now I don't have a religion, and I still have worked hard on my character. If you look at Matthew 23, 25 through 28, you'll see that Jesus said, "Woe to you, hypocrites, for you cleanse the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they are full of extortion and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee, first cleanse the inside of the cup and dish, that the outside may be clean also." Also, Luke 12, 2 through 3. "There is nothing covered that will not be revealed, nor hidden that will not be known. Whatever you have spoken in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have spoken in the ear in inner rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops." Now, because I was a Muslim for 10 years, I also have a couple of things here. From the Quran, Surah An-Nur, chapter 24, verse 24. "On the day of resurrection, when their tongues, their hands, and their feet will bear witness against them as to what they used to do." And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "On the day of resurrection, a man will be seized and he will deny his sins, saying, 'Oh God, I don't accept the testimony of these witnesses against me.' And God will seal up his mouth and say to his limbs, 'Speak.' So his own limbs will speak of his deeds. Then he will be allowed to speak, and he will say to his limbs, 'Away with you. It was only for your sake that I was arguing.'" While I was Muslim, was married to an incredibly abusive man who was a religious leader, very well respected in the community. Everyone thought he was an incredible person, a beautiful, wonderful person, and he wasn't. He was an abuser who abused women before me and after me. None of those women was willing to come forward, but I did. I wrote a book about what he did to me, and I put his face on the cover. I am not frightened of abusers and the power that they like to hold over the people they think are weaker and smaller than them. Thank you.
Ms. White.
Jackie Ward regarding the Elmwood Community Center.
Hi, my name is Jackie Ward. I actually came to support my church member here, and she brought me here. And then I had a meeting with Elmwood, Sherry's over there, and we wanted to thank the city for the work that has been going on. And I see you got the information down here on the playground, but the street has been done, whatever you talk, that gravel, I watched it going down. And the thing is that, you know, Mayor, you came out to us 2 years ago. And so then we got work going on around us. And so we wanted to say thank you, because it means something to us. So that's what I wanted to get up for. I actually am not living in Elmwood. I live in Ed Butler's area.
You do?
I'm a Ward 1, but I'm in the neighborhood of Renaissance. So I go to our meetings, our community meetings. One of the things that I'd like to say to all of you guys, Sherry comes to our meeting. I'm at the meeting with Carolyn, that one of the things in building the community is know your community organizations. Talk with them, be with them, find out what the people want. I agree that there is a division and there needs to be more open communication to move the division away. So I probably will work with Rihanna. But Sherry is always at our Elmwood meeting, and Carolyn is always at our community neighborhood meeting. So I congratulate you guys as well. Thank you.
That's all I have.
That's all. Anyone else wish to speak to the Public Works Committee? Okay. Seeing none, thank you all for your comments. I have no comments as chairman. Item number 6, approval of the payrolls. These will be from September 5th. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Any questions on the payrolls? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Alderman Johnson,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Item number 7 is approval of the vouchers payable. There'll be the run of 9/9 and the special run of September 3rd. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions on the payables? Seeing none, roll call.
Alderman O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Item number 8, Public Transportation Director White. 8A is a resolution approving the purchase of a generator for the Danville Mass Transit Building. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Okay, Steve?
Excuse me. Yeah, this has been something that's been needed at our facility for quite some time. Unfortunately, when the power is out, it does everything but cripple us, meaning, you know, we can't open our doors. We don't have power to run our phones. You know, anything that we do without power, we can't do it. So, you know, the doors can't be raised to get buses out. They can't be closed to protect them. So my supervisors and I, since I took over, have spent the night there making sure that nobody comes on the property and messes with stuff. So definitely needed. Any other questions I will gladly answer.
Steve, do we install this in-house?
No, Sylvie will end up doing it.
Okay, that just proposes for equipment only, official,
Yeah.
offloading, rigging, and installation by others.
The installation will be done by Sylvie. His quote is down below.
Yeah.
It's under the $50,000. I've received 2, and it was a lot more money. So.
All right. This will just sit on a slab?
Yes.
Like by the
It'll
fire.
sit right. If you come in our parking lot in the back, there's like an L shape. That's where all the power comes into the facility.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll actually be diesel. So that way, if anything was to ever happen to the natural gas, we would still have power.
Okay. Other question? Alderman Butler.
Yes, I noticed, now this would take care of the whole facility, AC and all that
Yes,
stuff.
everything.
Yeah, because I was just seeing the voltage rating there on 120, 208, so
Yeah, I had to send them, I think it was 6 months of power bills, basically during the winter and summer months, so 3 of each, so that they could see what we were using.
Okay.
And this quote was through Sourcewell, but it's Darren Klein. He's an
Okay.
executive with Cummins, so I definitely value his opinion.
And so the diesel is more efficient than the regular gas, or, I mean, is all your vehicles diesel?
Yes, so we have diesel on site, and
okay,
this
gotcha.
takes away the possibility if something was to go, with the natural gas, we would still have power.
Gotcha.
Other questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Johnson,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Okay, and then we have the resolution authorizing renewal of fleet liability insurance. Need a motion and a second?
So move. Second.
Okay.
So we went with the same company that quoted us last year. Reason being is we had discussions with them. Unfortunately, putting it out to bid every year, it's just like when you do car insurance when you're jumping around. It shows no consistency, and that's why our rates was continuing to grow. So we will see what the market does next year, and if we have to put it out to bid, we will. The $272,000 is about a 13% increase, but part of the increase is because we're sitting on 5 buses that we're waiting on disposition back from the state. It's our 5 old Fords. Unfortunately, while they're sitting on our lot, we still do have to cover them. And I've spoke to them. Depending on how quickly that process goes, we should see at least $20,000 back. So realistically, the bill is $252 and some change when we get that money back.
Questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Anything else, Director?
The only other thing I have, the generator. I'm waiting on clarification from IDOT to make sure these funds can be expended. It's looking that way. Something else that I want to bring to you here before long. So it's getting tougher and tougher for us to get underground storage tank insurance because our tanks are so old. Pre-COVID, that cost was about $350,000 just to do the underground storage tank. I've reached out to Sunrise FS to get a 12,000-gallon upright tank, 1,000-gallon def tank, and the complete system to run it. We're looking at about $90,000. So it's a third. The only other cost incurred with that would be building a wall around it as well as an awning, because our utility workers, with the setup we have now, when they're fueling buses, if it's raining, they're in the rain. If it's snowing, they're in the snow. If it's windy, they're cold. So, that's something that I want to do when we are able to do this. So, just something that you'll hopefully see in the near future.
Alderman Butler.
And so you just got one tank?
Yes, we just have one tank underground now and a 250-gallon portable def tank that they have to pull the hose out. This system would be all inclusive and together, so that they wouldn't have to pull hoses and all that.
Would we have to dig up that old tank?
Logan and I was talking about that prior to the meeting. The state fire marshal just come and done his inspection, and with as close as it is to the building, he's doing some research on it, but it looks like, and don't quote me on this, but looks like we will be able to have it cleaned out fill that tank in,
Okay.
and then just consider the tank abandoned,
Yeah.
which would, as you can see by the cost, it's a no-brainer.
Right. Anyone else? Okay. Thank you, Director.
Thank you, sir.
Moving on to item number 9, Public Works. Director Rui, we have 9A, an ordinance vacating an alley or part thereof pursuant to Chapter 30 of the City Code near Washington Street and Commercial Street for the petitioner, City of Danville, on behalf of the Untouchables Motorcycle Club. No objection, take B with that. Resolution approving an agreement between the City of Danville, Illinois, and the Untouchables Motorcycle Club. Need a motion and a second on A and B.
So move. Second.
Okay? Pretty much.
So this is, yeah, pretty much what we had explained earlier. On the agenda that was sent out that you guys have, it's page 56, gives a good aerial view of what's being transferred with some kind of color coding. There's also a city-owned property that's kind of triangular shaped to the north side of Commercial Street down by the railroad. Of course, you know, we own things that you don't realize we own, but the Untouchables knew that we owned it and asked as well, like, hey, if you guys aren't going to maintain that, or you know, just don't need that property, we'd love to have it and maintain it ourselves. And I don't know how many of you guys have actually been down the hill down there. They do a great job of maintaining their property. Yep. So we had no problem going ahead and saying, hey, why don't we go ahead and put that in their hands, and I know that they'll do a great job maintaining that as well. So in the blue on this, but basically the old right-of-ways in the road will maintain utility easements. There's some power lines that go down the road, things like that. I'm assuming there's a water line. I don't know where it is, but I know there's a water line that goes down the road. So those items the utility companies will be able to maintain easement there. That's within our agreement as well. So then I also wanted to just give this so I put on here the agreement that's unsigned. The Untouchables had a meeting Sunday and got together, and they've already all voted in an agreement, or however they've done it. But anyway, their club president has already provided the signed copy to me just this morning. So I have a signed copy. They're on board and have already signed off on it.
Questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Alderman Pashard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Coor,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Moving on to 9C, it's a resolution approving a redevelopment agreement between the City of Danville and the Breezy Bar and Grill. Need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, now we can talk about it.
Chairman,
Oh,
I do believe the petitioner is
I
here.
do
if
see
we-
them,
if
yes.
we had- If we had any questions for them.
I would like to make a comment on a revision that will be coming to full council. There is a percentage that is off in section 4.1. The dollar amounts and maximums are all the same, but 36% should be 26%. The math doesn't quite math if it's 36%.
Okay.
So, yeah. If
I
you
thought
have-
that was off. I was,
Yeah.
running it through my head. And
Math is hard for me. Anyway, the applicant is here. If you have any questions directly for the development itself, we've been working on this for a couple of months now. They approached the City of Danville. We had to get a little creative, so I just want to reflect, this is a redevelopment agreement because it is over that maximum $50,000 grant application that you're used to seeing. So there's other contractual obligations here. And then you can get a little bit more creative with developments when you actually have a contract in place. So, and that's what we did here.
I'm excited. I'm hungry.
That's great.
Questions?
Will I be able to get a hamburger by Christmas?
Everybody said, is this where the Breezy Tower was? No.
Yeah.
Not far.
for those that just need the nitty gritty, the high level details of this contract, it's essentially the developer is contracted to spend $204,000 into the space, not just building materials, but that is what they're going to be investing to get this business going. Okay, and then the city of Danville would provide $54,000 of reimbursement for those, and then the 26% reimbursement only comes in effect if they end up saving money and not spending the full $204,000. So then we just reimburse them at 26% on whatever their actual costs are.
Questions?
I've been curious about the building. Every time I take a walk, I peek in there, and it's exciting to see
It's
it
beautiful,
happening.
isn't it?
It really is.
Okay, let's get this thing rolling. Roll call, please.
Alderman Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Okay, moving on to 9D, a resolution authorizing the issuance of a property tax abatement by the city of Danville. Need a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. So if you all recall, a couple of months ago, the city of Danville petitioned to rezone a couple of properties to the north of the airport and to the west of the airport on Bowman and Newell. That was all in preparation for any potential projects. We're trying to prepare. We're trying to prep as much land in the city of Danville for industrial development, essentially. What you have in front of you tonight is another expansion of the enterprise zone. If you'll remember, about a year ago, we went through this process, expanded the enterprise zone to Tilton. This is the same process. It's essentially the same resolution. It's a boilerplate resolution that all taxing bodies that are in the enterprise zone need to pass in order to expand it, essentially.
Questions? Roll call, please.
Alderman Johnson,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
Bouchard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Moving on to 9E, we have a resolution authorizing a professional service agreement for the Poland Road sanitary gravity and force main relocation. Need a motion in a second?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, this is taking the gravity sewer and force main that runs between 9 and 13 Poland Road. Poland Road Pump Station is located right off of Vermilion Street. It's actually, the property is 3601, the old Lucas property that was up for sale for years, and the city acquired that property. So we have full access now east-west to reroute the force main and sanitary. Like I said, runs between 9 and 13 Poland Road, which is eroding and has exposed our force main and manholes and piping, so it's quite a maintenance headache for us. So this would be rerouting about 1,450 lineal feet of 8-inch sanitary to the east and between two other properties that we recently got an easement for, and to the north, across the ravine, and through our property, which is the former Lucas property. And that way we have full access to all the manholes, the force main we'd have access to. And so this is just the design from the consultant, basically.
Questions?
Yeah, the Poland Road Pump Station is a critical pump station. We actually have a backup generator. This actually drains everything from Menards, Walmart,
Yep.
All the subdivisions down Vermilion Street, heading down towards this location. And then the southern part that we're rerouting actually goes all the way back to Steak and Shake at Liberty. So that shows you the large catchment area that this pump station serves.
Alderman Butler.
So that's that pump station there sitting there off of Vermilion Street there on the corner there?
Yes,
Yeah,
and it
that's
has the chain or the chain link fence around it, and you'll see the big green Cummins backup generator that we.
Yeah, right there. I'm glad you done upgrade the generator. It won't get taken.
Yeah, we did that in 2018. That's when we did all
2018.
that upgrade there.
How much did you raise that one up? That thing got raised up, what, 20
Yeah.
feet or, I mean, when you set the new one in?
No, we actually reused that.
But I mean, it's a
The
lot
wet
higher
well is
sitting
about
up
30
from-
feet deep there.
Yeah.
But as far as raising it up, we didn't really raise it up all that much, Alderman.
This looks like it gives the rest of the properties cleaned up. Alderman.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, we did a lot of cleanup there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probably what you.
Filled it around it, maybe.
So do we own that property that in that whole area, or is someone else owns?
No, we own it now.
Oh.
It was up for sale for it seems like decades. I think Luke. Yeah, and the daughter.
Yeah.
The daughter donated it to the city.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Okay. Did we vote on that? Okay, we'll do a roll call.
Alderman O'Kane,
Yes.
Pashard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
6 yes.
6 yes, thank you. Okay, moving on to 9F, a resolution amending the project cost for Elmwood Court improvements. Need a motion and a second, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, who's doing that?
All right, so with the park work that's being done, we went to work at Elmwood, and as they tore the old park out, the old courts out, found that not only was there no base underneath the court, we had some pretty spongy material underneath it, which is basically the worst thing to have underneath a solid court. So there was a visible base failure there. A lot of times when you see a base failure on the top, it'll look like, they call it alligator cracking, but just a bunch of cracked up asphalt. So anyway, that's kind of the view that we had from the top. So as they ripped that out, they identified, the contractor did, that this was an issue. We always want to have a good rock base under everything we put in there, even though cars won't necessarily be parked on this or anything like that. We want to ensure that what we put in has a good lifetime on it. So anyway, we decided we needed to core down, build up with rock, and actually build it a little bit higher up so that we could also install some better surface drainage. So everything will be on the surface, but the court's a little higher than the original one sat, so that we're able to basically pitch everything, the water, away from the courts for that. So we should be able to prevent the two worst things, which is a bad base and then water being underneath of a pavement. Both of those cause pavement to deteriorate at a much more rapid rate. So this will be a way that we're able to ensure a longer lifetime for this court. So spending a little bit now so that we can save a lot of it in the future. So.
Mm-hmm.
Questions? Roll call.
Alderman Pashard,
Yes.
DeToy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Poor,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
O'Kane,
Yes.
6 yes.
Okay. What's that?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
So, I'm sorry, I was talking.
Item of information.
I got one thing. Some good news. The demolition funds for 2 separate grants are being released or have been released. So the city of Danville should be foreseeing roughly 60 homes being demolished within the next couple of months, not several, couple of months. We released a bid on 25 demolitions for the IDA SCP, Stronger Communities program. We project it'll be between 30 to 35 demolitions with that $500,000. And then the state allocated funding for just to the north of Carl. Everybody's familiar with that neighborhood that's sitting there. The funds are getting really close to being released from the federal government. So you'll see 20 to 25 homes demolished there as well. So a lot of demolitions here happening.
These all have to have asbestos abatement since they're.
The Madison neighborhood, what we've coined that, do. The Stronger Communities program do not.
Oh, do not. Okay.
So we should be able to get several more down with that funding. Yep.
Great news. Anybody else? Mayor, do you have anything? Oh, you've got later.
Yes.
Later items of information. Okay. Item number 10, closed session. There is no need for closed session. Item number 11, items of information. Mayor.
Yes, I just want to, tomorrow night we'll be having a rally to not only remember and honor Miss Anaya Davis and support and show love to her family, but we will also be there calling on the community to step up and stand up and say something, not just to, we can have all the Facebook lamentations in the world, we can have say all these things, but if people are not willing to speak, it means absolutely nothing. So I just want to encourage everyone to come out tomorrow. That'll be at Temple Plaza at 6 p.m. And so I just want to also thank Miss Davis's family and also D-Rock, Danville Restoring Our Community, and Breon Boyd for making it happen. And Chief Yates will be there with us as well as some of her friends. So please do come out and join us.
Anybody else?
I
have to say, Alderman Latoy.
Thank you. That's
Latoy. Yeah.
I'd just like to mention the fact that in West Downtown, 4 foundations have been dug, and it looks like they're going to be pouring hopefully before too long. This is very exciting for not only West Downtown, but I think for the city of Danville, because we've not had a whole lot of building going on in the past years, and I think this is just the beginning of many, and we're excited about it in West Downtown and that ward, and I hope to see not just those 4, but many more throughout the city. Thank you.
Any other committee members? Anybody?
In comments?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were on items of information.
No, we jumped over to comments.
I just, one short little, like to have the city do a little extra inspection around, especially the east end of town. I'm starting to see more and more cars, doors left open, the hood's up, no wheels on there. The cars are blocked up with no tires on them. Please, I've talked about this for years. Please address it.
Alderman Butler?
Yes, and on top of that note as well, if our inspectors, especially to right off of Gilbert Street, there's a house there right behind the new Kirshner building. I mean, there's couches, mattresses and stuff laying out there in the alley. And so I'm hoping, it's been there for a while. So I don't know if our inspector's going through that area or what, looking at that stuff. And then I'm wondering, do we pick that stuff up or we just let it lay or can we pick it up? I mean, it looks bad.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for legal too much, but I believe I can answer that is yes, the code inspector would write citation for that. They will get a certain day notice to remediate the issue. And then it'll go back to the hearing officer and a order will be issued and Public Works will execute that order and clean up the property.
Yeah,
it just takes more days than we would like.
Yeah, okay, because just sitting in the alley.
I will double check for you, Alderman Butler, but I can assure you with 99.9% positivity that there's a citation issued on something in that area.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right,
yeah, and if I could just add, Alderman Butler, if you see something like that, Just shoot me an email.
Oh,
Be,
yeah, you talking, okay, I
yeah.
didn't see who was talking. I see no lips over here moving. I'm gonna say, man, what?
I was in stealth mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shoot me an email.
Yeah, okay.
Because we have inspectors, they go through certain areas of their area, and they may not, something may happen while they're in another section.
Yeah.
So if you see something, yeah, bring it to our attention. We'll be happy to go look at it.
Okay, thank you.
And I just want to say 9 times out of 10, when I call my inspector about something, they've already written it up.
Okay, anybody else?
Chairman, I just real quickly will say I am so proud to be able to have all these projects going on throughout the parks, especially in Elmwood, because those folks were promised things many decades ago that have never happened, and so I'm really thankful that we're able to bring them to light for them, and I know the neighbors are excited and thankful.
Okay, I guess having satisfied the agenda, need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.